Welcome to today's lesson. If you've ever wanted to play like the world's greatest chess champions, you need to know the Sicilian defense. It's the most popular reply to White's first move, and for good reason. Today, we're breaking it down. From the very first move to the deepest ideas behind it. The Sicilian defense starts with just two moves. White plays pawn to e4, controlling the center. Black responds with pawn to c5. That's it. That's the Sicilian. But don't let the simplicity fool you. This opening has been played at the highest levels of chess for over 400 years. Why? Because Black is fighting for the center indirectly. Instead of matching White with e5, Black attacks from the flank. This creates an asymmetrical pawn structure, which is exactly what dynamic players love. The Sicilian defense was first recorded by the Italian priest Giulio Polerio in the late 1500s. But it was Sicilian player Gioacchino Greco who popularized it in the 1600s, giving it its name. For centuries, it was considered too passive. White gets a strong center, and many thought Black was just defending. Then, in the 20th century, players like Bobby Fischer and Mikhail Tal showed the world that Black wasn't defending at all. Black was preparing to counterattack. The Sicilian is a massive opening with many variations. Let's cover the three most important ones. First, the Najdorf variation. After e4, c5, knight to f3, d6, d4, c takes d4, knight takes d4, knight to f6, knight to c3, Black plays a6. This is Fischer's favorite. The Najdorf is aggressive, deeply analyzed, and the choice of champions like Garry Kasparov and Magnus Carlsen. Second, the dragon variation. Black fianchettos the bishop on g7, creating a dragon shape with the pawns. The dragon is sharp, tactical, and leads to some of the most violent games in chess history. Third, the Scheveningen. Black builds a solid pawn structure with pawns on d6 and e6. It's flexible, solid, and favored by players who want a positional fight. No matter which variation you choose, the key ideas stay the same. Black will often launch a queenside attack, pushing pawns on b5 and a5. Meanwhile, White typically attacks on the king side. This creates a race, a battle of plans on opposite sides of the board. Black's c5 pawn is crucial. It controls the d4 square, preventing White from building a dominant center. In many lines, Black will sacrifice material for activity and counterplay. Patience and accuracy are everything. The Sicilian defense has been used by almost every world champion. Bobby Fischer called it Black's best answer to e4. Garry Kasparov built his entire career on the Najdorf. Magnus Carlsen uses it regularly. If it's good enough for them, it's good enough for us. To learn the Sicilian, start with one variation and stick with it. Study the key ideas, not just the moves. Watch Grandmaster games in your chosen line, and practice regularly. The Sicilian rewards deep preparation. That's the Sicilian defense. Now get out there and give White something to worry about. If you found this helpful, like and subscribe. We'll see you in the next lesson.